All right.
And then we also have a follow-up to a previous PSA, which were the O3 Jello issues that we talked about before. And we talked about how hopefully DJI would take care of it if enough people complain. And we did want to let you know that so far it looks like DJI's response is sort of the opposite of that.
Oh.
And hopefully by publicizing it, maybe they'll give a different response, or maybe other people can see this. But basically they said the YouTuber removed the shell of the camera. However, after the shell is removed, it's bad for the camera. We don't recommend this. They say that the reason is still the shaky video is the vibration of the body itself transmitted to the camera, which needs to be solved. Yeah, motor imbalance causes vibration. Basically, they're saying it's not the PWM in this case because your frame sucks or your build sucks. Fix your build.
Well, here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. The person, so the issue is that people are experiencing Jello with the O3 camera, especially with EIS turned on, image stabilization turned on. And DJI's answer is, and this is in the DJI manual too, it's not a new answer, is that it's some problem with your build. It's your fault. Vibration, resonance, PWM frequency, blah, blah, blah. But who was it? Who was the YouTuber? Was it? Do you remember the name? I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I put it all in the links here. So it was...
The original video.
Yeah, the video was from Darren Allett.
Darren Allett, yes, of course. Darren Allett. Yeah. I know Darren. The problem with DJI's claim is that Darren opened his camera up, glued the thing, and then it fixed the Jello.
Exactly the problem I have with this response.
Pretty definitive. So they didn't say, yes, that does fix the problem, but there's other issues. So we don't recommend you do it. They were like, no, that's not it. It's this other thing. Well, no, it isn't. Because as soon as you glue the camera down, if you don't get dust inside the camera when you open it up, so scary. As soon as you glue it down, the problem is fixed.
Yeah, the problem is they are, Crafted Quads mentions there's two separate issues that can happen. One is, you're having resonance Jello issues from the frame and the build and PWM and all that. And there's another issue, which is that the camera is loose inside the camera and needs to be glued in. And if you glue it in, you get rid of the main Jello issue that people are talking about. And
That's a good point, Plenty.
Thank you
for that perspective.
The DJI reps need to understand that, this is a fixable issue and is separate from the other issue.
Yeah, Crafted Quads has a great distinction here. Jello in the live video is unsecured housing and needs glue. Jello in the stabilized video, but not the live video, is vibrations getting to the gyro and needs to be fixed with PWM. And DJI sounds like doesn't understand that there are two separate issues here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is unfortunate for people who are trying to get this fixed without opening up their camera and shoving some glue in there. But
yeah.
At least currently, that's DJI's response. So hopefully we can get the message across somehow, and DJI can get that figured out and get that fixed.
DJI, there are two issues. I take back what I said about the PWM thing. That's also real. You're right. I got a little carried away. The PWM thing is real, and sometimes it affects people. If you did the glue fix and it still didn't help, maybe you would have PWM problems. But there's another issue that you need to be aware of. Okay.